Sean, I would have thought pretty much the perfect night for you. A bit of squad rotation and an emphatic victory.
Yeah, very pleasing. Obviously a lot of question marks over in Braga when we didn't perform, and even though it was a very, as you probably know, a statistical anomaly almost to lose that game, but it happened. But I think a reaction to that in this competition, we had a good reaction in the league against Brentford, and then to react with change the group at their performances. I thought it was some really good performances tonight, and at home at City Ground, and after getting a few question marks at Braga, I think it's really pleasing to get the fans that tonight.
They obviously hit the post quite early on, and it looked as though the result may have gone differently, or the game at least. But your guys just grabbed complete control of the game after that.
Yeah, I mean, they started right, I thought. They've got energy, we knew that. They've got a way of playing, they've got a commitment towards that way of playing. So I think we expected that. And, look, they've got a right to score as well, It's not just us that's got to score, But I think we reacted really well for that. After a bit of a slow start, and they were on the front foot, I think we grew into the game and started to control the game better and better. Obviously, a couple of goals in the first half. But then I thought the second half performance was really a controlled one, and I was very pleased with that. And as you rightly said, we've had to rotate the side, and you know my history. I don't always do that, but here, learning about the group, the fitness levels, how many players we can use, and of course some of the quality we've got, and trying to get the whole squad at that real true fitness level whilst winning, of course. It sounds easy, it's not easy. But I was really pleased with them because a few of them have had question marks from me and from outside, but I think they really did. Mecca, I thought was excellent tonight. Dan and Doyle was super sharp, There was loads out there tonight. I thought, obviously, Igor as well, getting another couple of goals, But looking defensively solid. They did hit the bar, you're right, twice, post and bar. But overall, I think it's fair to say that we did deserve that victory.
Although there were good individual performances, as you've referenced there, it was very much a team display, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's what I was pleased with. I've spoken endlessly here about the team mentality, in fact, the squad mentality. Because I said, look, with all these going on, all these games, we need a squad mentality. I'm super pleased with that. And the last thing I said to him is building a winning mentality, and I'm pleased with that because there was they're a good side. They made that clear. They're unbeaten. But that bit of authority about being in the Premier League, the way the players played, and I was pleased with that tonight. It's not an arrogance, but it's a belief in yourself, and I think there was a lot of belief on that pitch tonight.
A two-legged playoff game to look forward to now next. I would have thought on that kind of performance you won't really fear anybody coming here.
Well, I'm not really like that, as you know. You know me a long time, and I'm not saying that throwing it around, but I always look forward to these games and the challenge of it. Piecing it together, getting the team ready. But it's them that go and play, and so I have to credit them because since I've been here, yes, we've had a couple of question marks, and we've stepped away a couple of times. But overall, the squad's been terrific. The work we do on the training ground, keep at it, keep working, and it works for you. The harder the work, as you know, that often the better it comes for you. So I've been pleased with that because they have been grafting, they've been listening, we've been sharing, been feeding back, moving forwards amongst all the noise that happens in the Premier League and in this Europa League. And I've been really pleased with that, focus on getting through that and delivering performances. So credit to the players without a doubt.
Nottingham Forest showed their character and their quality. Yeah. There's no doubt. What about us? How do you think about your performance?
Yeah, listen, obviously the goals we conceded were mistakes. And then mistakes against top teams like this in the Premier League, it's always going to be very, very difficult to back. Listen, we knew before the game it's going to be tough task. We knew that. If you look at the goal, the first goal, own goal, second goal, we give the ball away when we're in control of it, and then the last one was a penalty. So a lot of silly errors, of course. But as I said, when you play against the top teams, you always get punished. That's natural. But the quality of them, you can see it. Premier League team, the difference is obviously huge. But listen, we have to be realistic. The journey that the guys have gone in Europe has been incredible. To go unbeaten in 7 against the teams that we played, and then when they come here, it was always going to be a tough task to not lose a game. So disappointed, of course, but I have to look at the bigger picture.
Do you disappointed more because of the previous game against Panathinaikos?
No, again, another top team. So I haven't even thought about that. They're the top team, and then, again, we're talking about budgets here. We're the third lowest in Europe. You can't compare sometimes with the quality of the players, and look at the players who they brought on here again. Gibbs, White, Hudson, and Dyche, worth 60, 70 million. So how can we compete with that? And after losing 2 of your best players as well, It's not easy, but I can't be more proud than the guys what they've done. Disappointed, of course, with the silly mistakes that we've made that's cost us really. That's the most disappointing thing.
Were you a bit short today? You mentioned the lost players, the new ones couldn't be here. You had some injuries, some substituted, so it's not easy.
It's not easy at all. No, we're bare bones really. You know, we look at the bench, very young bench. I mean, if you look at any other club in Europe, the benches are full of tens and 15, 20, 30 million pound players sitting on the bench, 60 today. So you can't expect too much from the players. You know, young Benji gave his debut today, which he was happy with, delighted. Of course, young Maddie again played, and Gruber came on. So, of course, it's not easy. You lose Varga and you lose Alex Toh. I mean, that's for any team. That's like Man City losing Haaland. In terms of goals that we've missed, and you can't replace them. And also Alex, you can't replace him. You can't replace him. And you see the difference of the quality in Premier League. You know, and that's what Alex going to be up against every week, and that's what Alex here, because he is that quality player. So we're missing basically a Premier League player also.
But somehow you have to solve this situation, and now you have less time because you have to play in the playoffs in February. So how do you see the process till that point?
Yeah, listen, I think we play either Celtic or Ludogorets, so I think if you look at the levels, you know, obviously they're higher in terms of, again, budget and stuff like that, but more realistic, I think. Today against, you always believe that you're going to be a team, but deep down, you know that it's always going to be difficult. And it was, of course, difficult today. Well, you know, even saying that, then we still had a few chances. We hit the post first, hit the post second half, you know, even get a goal to come back into the game. And maybe one or two half chances, I think. But overall, I mean, the best team won, of course. I mean, I don't think it was never in doubt, but I think we're disappointed because how well we've done, and be unbeaten in 7. And listen, we've completely overachieved. There's no question.
Right, look at that tonight. 4 goals, a clean sheet, finishing this league phase on a high. Exactly what was needed.
Exactly what was needed. We started really well on the front foot. This man clinical as ever, and yeah, it's a good night. I think a few changes. We just needed that confidence through the group, and yeah, we're really pleased.
2 goals for yourself tonight. Strong precision finish. Do you feel confident in front of goal at the minute?
Yeah, of course. They give me confidence for the next game. We are happy. We did a great job today, and we need to continue now to be ready for the next game. It's important for us.
Yeah, how can you use this momentum into the Premier League game?
Yeah, we've got to, I think. Quick turnaround in games, we've got to recover well, and yeah, I think we put on a good display today, but we've done that a lot this season and haven't backed it up, and we need to start doing that.
Look, you are into the playoffs now. I think games are still going on, so we're not entirely sure who it's going to be, but probably the second leg will be definitely at home. Can you use that to your advantage, and how far do you think you can go in this competition?
Yeah, well, we think we can go all the way, but there's a long way to go, many games. If the second leg's at the City Ground, then we've got a chance against anybody, and yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Chris, you had 2 great headers, but what's going through your mind, your head right now after a game like this?
No, we are very disappointed, very angry. It's not how we picture to end the run we had in Europa League. We meet a very good team, and they show today that they're better than us, and they win fully deserved. So we are very disappointed with the game today.
Yesterday we talked about you have to accommodate to their speed, to their rhythm. Yeah. How do you see how far were you today?
I felt we got okay start into the game, and then after the first goal, I think we fell down, and then we get 2 fast goals, and it will always be difficult to come back against a Premier League team and against a so good team, but I'm also disappointed how we come in the second half. We were talking in the locker room, and we were expecting to come to step up a notch in the second half, and yeah, I felt we just continue in the same route when not winning enough of the first and the second duels, and yeah, they get to play too much around us, I think. So it's a disappointed and angry group sitting in the locker room now.
You experienced a lot in the previous 4.5 years here in Ferencváros. Where would you put this journey, these 8 games in the Europa League? Because it was a highlight reel.
Yeah, it's of course today we're very disappointed, but when we look back, we had a great run. We are now in we go through to the next step. So of course that's a good achievement. It's just how we feel now after this performance. It's difficult to look at the run in a positive way, but of course what we've done is good. It could have been great, but it's good, and now we're gonna play one extra game.